made it hard to cover. A photographer for the Guardian newspaper in London spent 2 weeks in May embedded with U.S. forces and captured a rare view of the fighting. ABC's Nick Watt has an ABC News exclusive.
6 American soldiers and an Iraqi translator are burning to death in that Bradley fighting vehicle.
It's a joke. We'll have spent 14 months in contact, basically, fighting all 14 months.
I got it! I got it!
Corporal Joshua Lake is on so-called rapid reaction duty that morning, waiting for a call like this. By the time they reach the Bradley, there's little they can do. Lake's platoon raids a nearby house, searching for the attackers.
You got grenades going off, you got an ID blowing up your vehicle, and then you're expected to go back in those 4 to 5 hours and relax, to come back out and do another 6 hours. You don't have time. You just don't have time to do it. Your body never gets to come down. You're always on that heightened sense of alertness. Like you just don't have that. You don't have the rest.
Apache Company is at the sharp end of the so-called surge.
When we got into Iraq, we came right to Baghdad. Our battalion got right to Baghdad. We took our first 2 KIAs the first week we were here. First week we were in Baghdad, we lost 2 guys in our battalion.
Yeah, it's all in across.
And then, it hasn't stopped since.
They were sent to Iraq on a 12-month rotation. That was extended to 15.
We're supposed to be on the way home right now.
You good?
We were supposed to be flying home for 6 days.
Yes, I told you.
6 days.
Instead, Specialist Vassell's platoon investigates an explosion at a suspected bomb factory hidden in a private home. Suddenly, a second explosion. An Iraqi soldier is badly wounded. Neighbors also hit. There's only one medic among them, but the platoon sets up the first aid station. They do what they can. Another day at work in Baghdad.
I challenge anybody in Congress to do my rotation. They don't have to do anything. Just come hang out with me and go home at the times I go home and come stay here 15 months with me.
Photographer Sean Smith was there to capture just 2 weeks of their rotation.
I think they got to the point where it's a question of surviving your tour. The frustration is not, look how difficult this is. It's how difficult this is and what exactly for.
Z, what's this bitch doing?
Their orders are to try and root out insurgents. Today, they find only a frightened old woman.
No one, you know, from across the board seems to actually want coalition forces there.
The next day, an Apache platoon notices a car driving around a neighborhood suspiciously. They order the driver to stop. He doesn't. They open fire.
Yeah, go! Come on!
Oh, he's dead.
No, he's moving.
I know. See this thing's body got one in the throat.
Apparently, the driver was trying to find this woman's house. But he died in the driveway of this old woman's house. The same old woman whose house was searched just the day before.
It's the sort of thing that's going to happen, and it's horrible. It's you know, how can it be anything other than completely horrible? But that is the abnormal becoming the normal.
The soldiers of Apache Company are tired and they're bitter.
You just don't have that. You don't have the rest, the comfort zone, I guess you can call it, to where when you know you're back on the fob, you can relax and let loose. You just don't have time. We're not given that time to to recuperate from being out there for 6 hours and dealing with that to go back out and deal with another 6 hours. Just constantly. Never get a break.
They're questioning this thing that they're supposed to be supporting that's called an Iraqi army and an Iraqi government. I think, maybe I'm being presumptuous, is a fiction.
And they're frustrated by a perceived lack of understanding in Washington of the realities on the ground.
But because we have people up there in Congress with the brain of a 2-year-old who don't know what they're doing, they don't experience it. I challenge the president or whoever has us here for 15 months to ride alongside me. I'll do another 15 months if he comes out here and rides along with me every day for 15 months. I'll do 15 more months. They don't even have to pay me extra. I just want him to come out here and ride with me for another 15 months.
For Apache Company, every day the abnormal becomes the normal. I'm Nick Watt for Nightline in London.
We asked the White House about Specialist Vassal's comments and were referred to the Pentagon. The Pentagon issued a statement saying it is and always has been the right of American soldiers to express themselves on the battlefield. No word from Congress on whether anyone there is willing to take them up on their ride-along offer. And a final note.